Well, it's been quite the morning. Welcome aboard the AM News. Let's dig right into it. Now, Parliament has passed the controversial Energy Sector Levy Amendment Bill, which imposes 1 Ghana cedi on every litre of fuel. Now, the bill, which was introduced under a certificate of urgency, faced stern opposition from the minority, who staged a walkout, accusing government of imposing hardship on Ghanaians. We'll be telling you how it eventually went down. But first, here's a wrap of how things unfolded on the floor before the final showdown during the second half of the sitting.
I employ both of you to resume your seat. Humbly resume your seat.
Mr. Speaker, you called me.
The introduction of this new ESLA amendment bill stoked huge debate on the floor on Tuesday when the finance minister informed the House of some changes to this bill in order to impose an additional tax on all petroleum products, which we are learning that this bill, when passed, will impose at least 1 Ghana cedi on every litre of petroleum product drivers may be buying at the fuel station. The finance minister says this has become necessary in order to offset the energy sector legacy debt, which has ballooned to some $3.1 billion as at the end of March 2025.
Honorable Speaker, to help raise additional revenue to fund the needs in the power sector, government is proposing an increase in export price of petrol, diesel, and related products. The impact will be absorbed by the gains made from the strong performance of the Ghana cedis. The Speaker, I repeat, the impact will be absorbed by the gains made from the strong performance of the Ghana cedis. And this will mean that consumers will not have to pay extra for the price of petrol and diesel beginning today.
The minority has accused the minister of betraying Ghanaians when they said they have cancelled at least 3 levies, including the electronic levy, and turning back to introduce this new levy, which will impose some hardship on Ghanaians.
The Energy Sector Levies Amendment Bill 2025 has been duly presented and read the first time. It is referred to the Finance Committee for consideration and report, including the determination of whether or not the bill is of urgent nature.
Mr. Speaker, with all the justification, what stopped him from engaging this side of the House? This morning, I must be honest that the majority leader whispered to me that something of urgent importance, of urgent value would come. Mr. Speaker, it is only important that we engage and you let us know. You come with your justification. You came here to present your budget. You presented your budget saying you are not going to introduce new taxes, new levies. Then you turn around, you say you are repealing E-Levy. You are all over the place. Now you are bringing back E-Levy. And then you say that the Ghanaian public will not feel it. Mr. Speaker, you repeal E-Levy, reintroduce E-Levy. That's what you are doing. What are you? This is the E-Levy. You have introduced E-Levy. Then you say that you run it through certificate of urgency. Mr. Speaker,
Honourable members,
the E-Levy being introduced.
Honourable members, this is a house of record.
What is it?
Honourable members, this is a house of record. The bill introduced, which I have just referred, is Energy Sector Levies Bill.
E-Levy.
So this is not electronic levy.
Mr. Speaker, with respect, allow the minority to have its say. You allowed the minister to speak. What is Energy Sector Levy? Short form E-Levy, is it not it? The energy. What is energy? Is it not E? How do you spell energy? Is it not capital E? The short form of the law, the levy, is E-Levy. You are reintroducing E-Levy. That's what you are doing. Reintroducing E-Levy. And you are going to tax Ghanaians. Mr. Speaker, and you say under certificate of urgency.
1 Ghana cedi each when they buy a litre of fuel so that we can end doom so. That's all. 1 cedis. All of us should contribute 1 cedis. Just 1 cedi per, so that we can end doom so. 1 cedi. Each of us, when we buy fuel, 1 litre.
The prices are going down.
1 cedi. And Mr. Speaker, it is not E-Levy. It's not E-Levy. That is what it is. The matter has been referred to the committee. Let's all hold on. The committee will present a report to us, and when we consider the report, we can debate all these matters.
Updating Parliament on some new development from his ministry, the Finance Minister, Kersel Atuforsen, also indicated that he has released some 987 million Ghana cedis from the Consolidated Fund to the District Assembly Common Fund for onward release to the various assemblies.
Mr. Speaker, as I say, a minimum of 25 million Ghana cedis will go to every district assembly, a minimum. As at yesterday, we have transferred the sum of 987 million. Mr. Speaker, as at yesterday, the district assemblies has received, and we have the District Assembly Common Fund has received, and we have transferred the sum of 965,073 Ghana cedis from the Consolidated Fund to the District Assembly's Common Fund, being the first quarter amount due the District Assembly Common Fund for the year 2025.
On the controversial statutory funds, the minister said all allocations to this fund has been completed, including allocations to the National Health Insurance Scheme, as well as over 2 billion Ghana cedis to the GAB fund. It is also expected that Parliament will expedite the approval of this new ESLA bill so that the imposition of this new taxes on petroleum products will kickstart immediately. From Parliament House here in Accra, I am James Saveji for Joy News.
Well, interesting scenes from Parliament. But in the new turn of events, the House decided to work on the bill, passed it as well, regardless of the minority's walkout.
After a short adjournment, Parliament returned with the Energy and Finance Committees recommending that the Energy Sector Levy Amendment Bill be taken on a certificate of urgency. But the minority opposed the process, criticizing the majority of betraying Ghanaians and trying to impose hardship on them by taxing fuel products by 1 Ghana cedi per litre, and even staged a walkout.
Let me start by saying that the minority is vehemently against this particular tax. Vehemently. Mr. Speaker, today we are standing with the Ghanaian people. Mr. Speaker, I am excited this particular debate is being beamed live for everybody to see. Every Ghanaian has seen that the majority is jubilating over an increment of taxes. Yes. And has it. Mr. Speaker, in this house, the key people who argued, excuse me, the key people who argued in this house, Dr. Atuforsen, my very good brother John Dinapo, and Mr. Adongo, the same people who were speaking against taxes are today the same people laying papers, introducing statements, and making arguments for new taxes.
To say that all the taxes they abolished, put together, did not bring us 5 billion Ghana cedis. Put together, did not bring us 5 billion Ghana cedis. This government is seeking to raise 5.7 billion Ghana cedis from the increase in the levies for petroleum products. Mr. Speaker, I said in this house during the debate on the budget that this government, in abolishing the taxes, was giving you something in your hand with the left hand, and they were going to take it back from your hand with their right hand, and not only take it from your hand, but take what was in your pocket in addition. And this is exactly what they are doing with the petroleum taxes that they are increasing.
We will see no increase. Rather, we will see a marginal reduction even after this energy. Mr. Speaker, I want to assure the people of Ghana that if you are to buy petrol today, from Total Energies. If you are to buy petrol today from Total Energy, after this levy, you will still save 10 pesos. Mr. Speaker, if you are to buy petrol from Star Energies, after this levy, you will still save 47 pesos. Mr. Speaker, if you are to buy petrol from Vivo Energy, after this levy, you will still save 30 pesos. Mr. Speaker, that is the kind of work we are doing. But Right Honorable Speaker, to conclude on this matter, I want to assure the people of Ghana that the currency stability will continue. The Ghana cedi will remain strong. The Ghana cedi is doing well, and this trajectory will continue.
Eventually, the bill got passed, even in the absence of the minority.
Mr. Speaker, and I am challenging your decision on the voice vote and inviting you to a head count. And Mr. Speaker, when the decision of the Speaker is challenged on a voice vote, you must follow the procedure. So I'm challenging your decision on the voice vote.
Mr. Speaker, if the majority, they claim they are super majority, if they have their 187, they should at least bring 138 now and take a decision. You don't have 138, Mr. Speaker. They don't have 138.
Honorable Clerk.
Come on. Mr. Speaker.
All those against the motion rise on your feet to be counted. So the clerk, I have
Well, let's get into the stories now. And the Ghana Association of Banks is upbeat that the new set of regulatory measures by the central bank for commercial banks targeting online charges and non-performing loans, among others, will go a long way to sanitize the financial system. Chief Executive of the Association of Banks, Johnny Wa, stated that a collaborative effort between the regulator and the banks would strengthen the financial landscape. He spoke to Joy Business.
As I go through the list of the measures that the central bank wants to introduce, I cannot see one that works against the banking industry. It is to improve the ecosystem. You talk about the digital lending guideline. Obviously, what we are having now, where today there's this company advertising that we are providing lending on our platform, most of whom we don't even know where they are operating from. And the bank governor is saying we are going to introduce guidelines to guide the conduct of practitioners in this environment. It helps the industry. When I say the industry, the entire financial services industry. The governor talked about consumer protection pricing mechanism, which we have already spoken about, which is the OIF, the optional issuance fee. It's not like the banks are overcharging the customers, but it's clear that as the currency has maintained some stability, the window that enables banks to play in to take care of the potential depreciation has breached, and therefore, yes, it's 2% the number. That one I can't tell. We await the details. If you talk about the other issue on addressing high NPLs, as I said, high NPLs is a cost and a charge to the bank's capital levels. So if you want to accumulate capital, we should all work together to bring the level of non-performing loans down. The governor says it's going to work with banks and in the system to work out a mechanism that helps us to reduce the NPL.
Well, from the banking and financial sector, let's get into our commodities market. Well, that's how we cap off our business update. Stay tuned for Sports Up next with Muftau Nabil Abdullah. He will definitely be talking about Kwesi Nyantakyi, former boss of the Ghana Football Association. He says he's dedicating the rest of his life to helping inmates in the Nsawam prisons. He'll bring you details of that and more. Do stay.
And we settled for those stories in detail. And before we bring you that story, let's talk about the statement the Ghana Football Association has released, saying that they've taken note of the incidents that happened during the Ghana Premier League match day 33 encounter between Nations FC and Baseke Holy Stars. And the FA says that it has taken note of reports of violent incidents that occurred during the Ghana Premier League match between Baseke Holy Stars and Nations FC, which was played over the last weekend. The association has commenced a thorough investigation into the reported incidents. The statement went further to assure Ghanaians that all stakeholders, they are assuring Ghanaians and all stakeholders, including clubs, players, match officials and supporters, and the general public, that it remains committed to safeguarding the integrity of the game and will deal with all issues arising from this matter expeditiously and decisively. We urge all parties involved to cooperate fully with the ongoing investigations. Further updates will be provided in due course. It's quite interesting that the Ghana Football Association took nearly 72 hours or more to actually take note of these incidents, considering the fact that they are always swift in terms of their actions against clubs and players or officials who bring the image of the game into disrepute. Now, let's hear from the Sports Minister, Kofi Adams, who says that he's here to be given a full briefing of what transpired in that game between Baseke Holy Stars and Nations FC. However, he has censured the action that he believes is inimical to the development of football in the country.
The unfortunate incident, but I have not received the full briefing of what went in and what didn't go in. However, investigations are ongoing. It's quite unfortunate that we'll continue to have such situations. What I have seen and know we must do is to have proper education of one. Club owners, club management need serious education, even before the fans. Our club owners seems not to be up to the task. Some of them, not all, some of them seems not to be up to the task beyond just owning the clubs. They seems not to be up to the task. Some management of some clubs clearly seem not to understand. They are so clueless about what football is all about. We need really to spend some time in dealing with this category of persons also, even before we go to the fans. Then the officiating officials and badge commissioners, referees and their assistants must also have their part. And people must be punished when they are found to have done something wrong, irrespective of their status in the country or political affiliation or what have you. We must have the strength and tenacity to punish people when they go wrong. That is the only way that as a country, Ghana, that have a lot of love for football, we will benefit from it. But if we allow things to continue this way, you will have 90% of your football-loving people focus on the European leagues and other leagues other than your own league. But that is not why some of us are there. And so I'm waiting for the final report, that we will go into all these matters. And we think that our club owners, our club management needs serious education, and we must pay some particular attention on those two bits. Of course, also the officiating officials. But
the former president of the Ghana Football Association, Kwesi Nyantakyi, has launched what he described as the prison football project. It is an initiative he did in partnership with the Professional Footballers Association of Ghana. It was launched at the Insawan Medium Security Prisons on Tuesday. He used that as an opportunity to tell the prisoners that he would dedicate the rest of his life to supporting their welfare. The Insawan Medium Security Prison became the stage for a unique football revival led by former Ghana Football Association president. The prison football project aims to use the power of football to reform lives behind bars.
We want you to know that when you are in prison, you are still part of the society. We cherish all of you. We respect you. You are part of us. We will never forsake you. We think that it's a learning curve in your life. You will come out of this prison stronger and contribute your quota to the society. Obasanjo, Nelson Mandela, and many leaders went to prison and came out, and they were better people. This initiative that we are launching today was probably done long time in the past by some of our brothers. Abedi Pele and his brother Kwame Ayu and Nania FC, they used to come and play here. Alhaji Ibrahim Slaitete, may his soul rest in peace, used to bring Liberty Oldies here to come and play football. It is all part of our contribution to reassure you that you are part of the society.
Incarceration does not mean the end of the world. They are here to reform, and it is our duty to reform them. They are also happy on their behalf to also say they thank you for wasting time off your busy schedule to come and then be with them. The pep talks you've given them alone will go a long way to motivate them. The event brought together football greats like Anthony Bafo, Maxwell Konadu, Sami Kufuor, Godwin Atram, Augustine Anhimfo, Emmanuel Ajimambedu, Yao Preko, Yusuf Chipsa, and many more whose presence underscored the importance of restoring dignity to those behind bars.
The number 10 from the blue team is from my town. And a lot of people that I know here from Ashtown, from Kumasi, Crofrom, it's unbelievable. But like the president said, it's not the end of the world. We are still here just to support you guys. And next time we come here strongly to come and see you, maybe with a lot of donation once again.
But there are people in here, because of impatience, they've been locked up. So, and it shows that no matter who you are, if you don't do the right thing, you'll be caged. So I think the people here have taught us a great lesson, if we don't already know.
I met a lot of people I know. Some are even coming from my hometown that I never knew were here. But due to one or two mistakes they made, they found themselves here. But me, I'm humbled. And I think going home, I'll be more patient than I was before.
No, I mean, you could see that he has talent. He's a very good player. And it's sad to see such a talent, I mean, lavishing here. So I got in touch with him to find out why he was there and how many years he used to spend there. So I just gave him that money just to encourage him, because all he needs, not just him, all the inmates, all they need is encouragement from people outside of this environment for them to know that life is not still over for them.
Seriously, I have learned a lot. In fact, most of the things I have learned here today is a different experience altogether. You know, I was able to interact with some of the inmates. I feel so sad for some of them. And also the perception and that stigma of thinking that if somebody is a prisoner, the person is bad or something. I think from today I've had a change of mind. I feel so sad, though I'm happy to have that experience today, but I'm also very sad.
People who are sentenced to death are not really executed. They are just sent here and you are there for the rest of your life. Imagine your brother, your friend, your father, or your uncle is sent there. How will you feel? I felt it. I didn't know any of them, but that was how I felt. And one of them made a comment which touched me. He said, your visit here has really lessened the burden on us. It means that our worries and thinking and all those things will be lessened in a way. Me, from a personal position, I want to commit myself to working to better the lot of prisoners for the rest of my life. I want to do it, yes. I want to do that.
For a few hours, they were no longer inmates, but athletes, competitors, men with dreams. And let's talk the Black Queens now. They were in Côte d'Ivoire for friendly matches against the Ivorian national team. And the first match ended 3-3, but the second one, the Black Queens lost yesterday. And in 5 matches since the appointment of Kim as the head coach of Ghana's Black Queens, he's won just 1, lost 3, and drawn 1 match. It was a final preparatory match towards the Women's African Cup of Nations. That will be starting late July. And many people have begun to raise concerns about the performance of the head coach heading into a major competition. Now, we wrap up with some transfer news that have been happening around the world. That's your AM Sports. For now, we do have more sports stories on myjoyonline.com.
you.